Hello students, you are most welcome once again in calculus classes. This is the second lecture based on linear equations in two variables of mathematics class 10. In this module, you will learn the solutions of linear equations in two variables. As I spoke in the beginning, this is the second lecture. In this module, you will learn solving simultaneous linear equations. How to solve simultaneous linear equations we learn in this module. So, there are two methods of solutions of linear equations. One is graphical method and other is algebraic methods. Algebraic methods further divide in substitution method, elimination method, cross multiplication method. But in this module, we'll emphasize on graphical method. Dear students, as I explained earlier, in this module, we are going to discuss or we are going to learn solution of simultaneous equations by graphical method. So here in this module, especially we'll emphasize on graphical method. As we are knowing, simultaneous equations are written in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. As you are knowing, the name of equation simultaneous linear equation. It means the geometrical interpretation of these equation will be lines. Suppose first equation representing line L1 and second equation is representing line L2. So we are observing there will be three cases that will arise when we'll draw the graph of these two equations. So here I drew first case when line L1 and L2 intersect at a point. So these two lines are known as intersecting line. What we are observing here, these lines are intersecting at once. That means at one place. So it means there will be only one common value of x and y that will satisfy these two equations. So this is the case when this intersecting line will produce only one solution. So this is also known as unique solution condition. Okay, here I am giving you only the graphical method, concept of graphical method. When lines intersects and two lines are intersecting at a place, it will produce a unique solution. Here I drew one more graph of the same condition. These two lines are intersecting lines. Intersecting line, that means only one solution will be there. That means only one value of x and one value of y that will satisfy these two equations. So only one solution will be possible. Here we observe, if someone is asking what is the algebraic concept of unique solution and what is the algebraic condition of unique solution. So but previous previous section I described, that means here I am emphasizing on graphical method only. But if someone is asking, so condition is says a1 upon a2 could not be equals to b1 upon b2, or we can say if the ratio of the coefficient of x in both the equation should not be equal to the ratio of the coefficient of y in both the equations. In this condition, equation will be intersecting, or this is the condition of unique solution. As we discussed in previous classes, in previous video, in previous lecture, that what was the condition of consistency? Exactly this is the meaning of consistency. That means here only one solution is existing, so it is called unique solution. Here I am observing the case 2. If we are drawing or we are plotting the graph of both the equations we are getting parallel lines. Parallel lines, that means they will not intersect each other anytime. It means there will not be a single value of x or y that will be common in both the equations. So it means there will not be any solution for this case. This is called condition of no solution, or we can say inconsistent. Inconsistent, that means we are not finding at least one solution, so it is called inconsistent case, and this arises the condition for no solution. So you should remember, if you are finding intersecting line, that means this is the consistent and has unique solution. If you are finding parallel line, it means it is inconsistent and no solution. And last case, before that I want to clarify the things. If we are finding A1 upon A2, that should be equal to B1 upon B2. This is the algebraic condition, B1 upon B2, but it should not be equal to C1 upon C2. This is the condition, that means by the calculating the ratio of A1 and A2, B1 and B2, and C1 and C2, and we are finding this case. So in this case we can say that system will be inconsistent. That means system is inconsistent and has no solution. And last case arises when both the lines will be coincident. Coincident, that means that they are following the same path. Same path, it means they will intersect each other at infinite points. It is the condition. Also, this condition is also known as consistent condition, because we are having infinitely many solution. So in this case you will find infinitely many solution, and algebraically this condition is denoted A1 upon A2 is equals to B1 upon B2 and equal to C1 upon C2. Okay, I hope you understood both the cases as with the help of graphical method as well as with the help of algebraic method. Algebraic method later on we'll discuss once again. Here we are discussing only and we are emphasizing only graphical method. So again I want to conclude, if we are plotting graph of equation and if you are finding intersecting line, suppose you are finding in this way, this is an intersecting line, that means unique solution, and unique solution, system is consistent. This is consistent unique solution. And if you are finding parallel lines, it means no solution. That means this is the case of inconsistency. Equations are inconsistent, and no solution. And if you are finding onto this portion, if you are finding coincident line, that means one line over other. So I'm taking the different color. Suppose I drew this first line with the help of white color, and other line I'm drawing with the help of this yellow color. So see here, these two lines are coincident line. That means they are following same path. So in this case the system is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. How many solutions will be there? Infinitely many solutions. What is the reason for infinitely many solutions? Because they are intersecting each other at infinite point. Many solutions. So here we'll discuss the solve solution of system of linear equations by graphical method. I'll give you detailed information how to solve the equation with the help of. So that means this is very simple things, and you have to just look at the screen and just try to understand. What is written here? I have written solve graphically the system of linear equation. What we are finding? We are finding there are two equations One is x plus 2y is equal to 3. I'm giving this is first equation, and second is given as 4x plus 3y is equal to. So first of all, you can choose any equation first time. That means first time in the sense first or second. It is up to you. I'm taking from equation first. So this is first equation, x plus 2y is equal to 3. Here we are finding two variables. So usually we denote y as a dependent variable and x as an independent variable. So I want to convert the equation in this form to y. I'm keeping here this 3 and I'm sending this x this side. Okay, I'm sending this x this side. So while sending this side, what will happen? This will be minus x. Okay, after sending this x this side, then the equation will be in the form of 3 minus x upon 2. Okay, from here you can start the keeping the value of x as per your convenient calculation. It is not, there is no hard and fast rule you have to keep this value and that value, but you should keep one thing in mind, that means calculation must be easy. So suppose I'm taking, if I'm taking the value of x is equals to 1. See, if I will take the value of x is equals to 1, what would come? 3 minus 1, because in the place of x, what would come? 1. 3 minus 1, what would come? 2. 2 divided by 2. Here we are finding value of y is equals to 1. Okay, I hope you understood value of y is equals to 1. So what did I observe? I observe if I'm keeping the value of x1, I'm finding value of y is also 1. So I want to write the equation y is equal to 3 minus x upon 2, and I'm drawing the box in the sense I'm keeping the values here, so that will be easy to understand later on. So here I kept the values. First value I kept 1, so I got value of y is also 1. Now I'm taking if the value of x is equals to 2. See, suppose I will take value of x is equal to 2, what would come? 3 minus 2, 1 by 2, but I don't want the value in decimal. So I'm taking again the value of x is equal to 3. So 3 minus 3, 0 divided by, I will give you the calculation also. 3 minus 3 divided by 0. So 0 divided by 2, 0. Okay. Next I'm taking the value of x is equal to, if I'm taking x is equal to minus 1. Okay, so see what would come? 3, this minus sign, this one more minus sign, then 2, 3 plus 1 upon 2. So here you will find y equals to 4 upon 2, then 2. I observe if I'm keeping the value of x is minus 1, the value of y will be 2. I want to clarify one thing. I think you should take at least 3 values of x so that your graph will be very clear. You can draw with the help of 2 pair of values also, but in case of two values, sometimes graph will not be clear. If you want to draw the graph clearly, you should take at least 3 values, so graph will be very clear. So students, now we'll take the second equation. So I'll write here from second equation. I hope you are noting down the second equation. So I am writing here equation number 2. The equation number 2 was 4x plus 3y is equals to 2. Okay, so I will convert this equation in that form, so it will be easy. So I'm writing here 3y same, then 2 minus 4x. I hope you are understanding. I sent this 4x that side. Okay, so what would come? 3y is equal to, y not 3y, only y is equal to, so y is equals to 2 minus 4x upon See, I want to tell you one thing. If you will keep same values of x and y, that will be easy for you. But if those values are not fitting in this equation, so there is no need to take those values. Okay, but try once, you know. So here I am trying. If I will take x is equals to 1, so what would come? 2 minus 4. 2 by 3, it is not divisible, so I am not taking x is equal to 1. But I am trying x is equals to minus 1. So if x is equals to minus 1, so value will be 2 minus 4 and here minus 1 upon 3. Okay, so you will find y is equals to 2, then this minus sign and this minus sign will be positive multiplication. 4 minus 4 into minus 1, so plus 4 will be there, and 3. So here you will find y is equal to 6 upon 3, that means 2. So what we got? We got same here. I think you are noting down the previous equation. Here there was also same values. For minus 1 we got 2. Okay, now I am taking second. So if I am taking x is equal to what we had taken 3. So here also I am trying. If we'll take x is equal to 3, so what would come? 3 multiplied by 4, 4 3 is 12, 12 negative, 2 positive, so minus 10 by 3. 10 is not divisible by 3, so I am not taking. Okay, x value I want to take. We cannot take 1, we can take 2. So what would come here? 2. So again I am explaining, y is equal to 2 minus 4 multiplied by 2 upon 3. So here 2, 4 2 is 8 upon 3. So minus 6 upon 3. Y equal to, we got minus 2. Okay. So dear students, now we'll continue to find the values for y by keeping the values of x. So I have written y is equals to 2 minus 4x upon 3. I converted the second equation in this form now. So I have taken two values already. I took minus 1 and I got 2, and I took 2 and I got minus. So I want to take another value. So I'm thinking this, if x is equals to 5, suppose I'll keep x is equals to 5, what would come? X is equals to 5, so see, y is equals to 2 minus 4x. So in the place of x I'll keep 5 and upon 3. So here 2 minus 20 upon 3, then we'll find, what we'll find? Y is equals to minus 18 upon 3. So I found minus 6. So I want to tabulate the values for second equation. For first equation I already tabulated. I hope you understood how to tabulate the value. This tabulation will be helpful for you while plotting the graph. So in second case, first of all I took minus 1 and I got 2, and I took 2 and I got minus 2, and here I put 5 and I got minus 6. So this is the table for second equation. So I am writing the equation above the table, so we will be knowing nicely, so it will be easy to catch out that these values are coming from this equation. Okay, this is the second, and I am writing here the first equation also, as I found values 2x plus 2y is equal to 3, and I tabulated the values in previous pages. So values I want to recapitulate here, and the values were 1 for 1, 3 0, and minus 1 and 2. Okay, so now I will plot the values for these table. Okay, so I'll plot the graph. So here you are finding the graph paper. In the table you will find the maximum, that means negative value for y was minus 6, and for x it was minus 2. So I'll keep the table in such a manner so that it will be easy to catch out. So I'm just taking, this is the y-axis, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is x-axis. Okay, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Here this is 0 origin, my 1, and this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6. I took the scale of unit 1 only, so it will not be problematic for you to draw the graph. You will understand nicely. 5 here, and last value will be minus. Okay, and here I will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I hope you are knowing the first table for first equation. It was 1 for 1. So here I am finding 1 for x from here and 1 for y from here. So this will be the first point. Okay. Second point was here from x-axis and from y-axis. You can see in this manner, and you can see the value of x is 3, but value of y is 0. So the point will be on x-axis. I hope you are knowing some concept that point will be on x-axis only. And next point is minus 1 and 2. So this minus 1 here and 2 of y-axis. So here minus 1 and 2. What we are finding? We are finding the points are already coming in a straight line. Okay, so this equation or this line is representing the equation x plus 2y equal to 3. That means the geometrical interpretation of this line or this equation is this line only. Now I'll plot the second pair of values, so I'll use different color so that you will be knowing nicely. First point and first pair of values is minus 1 and 2. This was the same for both the equation, minus 1 and 2. Then second I took 2 and minus 2. So 2 here and minus 2 will come over here. And last is 5 and minus 6. So this will be on this boundary. Again we are finding these 3 points are coming in a straight line. Okay, straight line means as per the name of linear equation in two variables. So what we are finding? We are finding both the equations are intersecting once. As I explained, first case. This is first case intersecting line. So it means it will produce a unique solution and only one pair of x and y will be the solution. So what we are finding here, I will draw the perpendicular from this point of intersection on x-axis as well as on y-axis. So while drawing, where we are reaching, here we are finding minus 1. So this minus 1 means x is equals to minus 1 and y is equals to, what we are finding, x is equals to minus 1 and y equals to, just wait, I'm writing, x is equals to minus 1 and y equals to 2. This is the solution of these two equations, which is known as simultaneous equations in two variables. I hope you understood the point of intersection of line. The point of intersection of lines will be the solution of linear equation in two variables. Okay, so in the next question we learn the more concept regarding this solution. So come with me. Here I have given the graph. That means as I drew previous case, that means here we will find 1 1. Suppose some students are not knowing how to plot the values. So point 1 1 will be here nicely, point 1 1, and 3 0 will be here only, and minus 1 and 2 will be here only. Again we are finding these 3 points are coming in a straight line. For second, so I have drawn the complete graph of these equations, so you can see nicely, and your graph will be in this form. When you will draw nicely on the graph paper by using compass and pencil, and all the geometrical things, your graph will be very clear in this manner. I hope you are finding. When you will try and you will practice it, your graph will be in this form. And you will find here the solution is already written by me. The solution of the equation is x is equals to -1 and y equal to 8. This is the solution. Point of intersection of these two lines. Here I indicated -1 and 2. I have drawn once again. 2 times I have drawn so that you will be knowing nicely. And I have written solution x is equals to -1 and y is equals to 2. You can see over here I have drawn. I use different colors so that it will be easy. And if you are drawing the graph in this manner in examination, nobody will cut your marks. Definitely you will get 3 out of 3 or 4 out of 4, whatever the marks allotted for the code. Okay, but try to write everything as I wrote here, so it will be easy to catch. Examiner, he changed and he checked directly, and it will not take time, so it will be easy for checking. I have written some questions. You can see here some questions for practice. You can choose some questions from this list and you can practice them. Yes, dear students, I'll take one more question to improve your understanding. So here I wrote the question. Next question, 2x minus 5y plus 4 equal to 0. This is our first equation. And second equation, 2x plus y minus 8 equal to 0. Again, I'll start from first equation. So I'm taking from equation 1. So I have written 2x minus 5y plus 4 equal to 0. See, dear students, I want to emphasize here one thing, that so many students are making mistake here. They are sending the 2x and 4, these two terms that side, to right hand side, but they are not keeping the sign of minus sign of this term. So it should be, remember, if you are finding negative sign in y, please try to send this term of y that side. It will be easy. If this term is positive, keep it here only. So it is easy to understand. So I'm keeping 2x here only and 4 also here only, and I'm sending 5y that side. It is easy. So it is coming 5y is equal to, 5y is equals to, simple way, 5y is equals to 2x plus 4. Okay, so y is equals to what would come, 2x plus 4 upon 5. So now the same thing is arising here. Here we have to think which values we should take so that it will be easy to calculate and easy to understand. So suppose I am taking x is equals to 1. So 2 into 1, 2 plus 4, 6 by 5. This number will be in decimal. Resulting value of y will be in decimal. So I am avoiding 1. 2 also will produce decimal value. So I want to take if x is equal to 3. So see what would come, y equal to 2 into 3 plus 4 upon 5. So here y is equal to 2 3 is 6 plus 4. So hope so understood, 10 by 5, that means 2. We found the first value of y is 2 by keeping the value of x is equal to. Okay. So now next thing, we can take next thing also. So dear students, we found one value. So now I am taking next value. If I'll take x is equals to minus 2. So see, you will find 2 into minus 2 plus 4 upon 5. So minus 4 plus 4 upon 5. So we found 0 upon 5. So for this equation was, what was the equation? Equation was 2x minus 5y. 2x minus 5y plus 4 equal to 0 we found. So in previous question I told you you should take at least 3 value, but in this question I'll give you the solution by taking 2 values, so that you will be, that means knowing, that means if 2 values are sufficient or not. Okay, sometimes they are sufficient, sometimes they are not. So in first, which value I have taken? I have taken in that way. What was the value? First value was there, -2 and 0 I have taken here, and that way I have taken 3. So 3 to just 6 and plus 4 2. Okay, here I am taking only 2 values. If they are sufficient, then we can take them. Okay, so now I am going from second equation. So second equation is, I hope you are knowing the second equation. This is 2x plus y minus 8 equal to 0. As I explained you in previous question, if the term of y is negative, try to send that term that side. If it is positive, keep it here. So I am keeping this y here, I am sending this 8 positive, and this 2x will be negative. I hope you understood. Again I want to explain. I am keeping this term y here only, I am sending this 8 that side, so it becomes positive and this 2x becomes negative. Okay, so try to keep the values in your mind. 3 2 minus 2 0. Okay, so that will be helpful for you. So I'm just coming for this second equation. We'll find some values. As I explained earlier, try to keep the same values as we have taken in the previous case, if they are easy to calculate. If they are not easy to calculate, you can use new values. So here I want to take same value, that is 3, so that will be y is equal to 8 minus 2 into 3. So 8 minus 6, it will be 2. Okay, but in second value that was -2, so I don't want to take -2 because the value of y will be too large, so it will not be on the graph paper. Okay, so I want to take next value as I have taken. So next value I am taking x is equals to 4, so y is equals to 8 minus 2 into 4. Y equal to 8 minus 8, that is 0. So for this equation I am tabulating the value, I am making the table. So here also I am taking only 2 values, and the equation is 2x plus y and minus 8 equal to 0. So the value is 3 and 2 same, and 4 and 0. For these values we'll plot the graph. Dear students, we'll plot the graph for first equation and second equation. I have written the values, I tabulated the values. So what we are finding for first equation, 2x minus 5y plus 4 is equals to 0. The first pair of values x and y. So value of x is 3. So here we'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here the value of x and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So value of x is 3. So here we are finding, and value of y is 2. So this is the point. And next point is the value of x is -2. So this is -1 and -2. This is -1 and -2. And value of y is 0. So see, in this manner they are far apart. So easy to draw the equation, but sometimes it is not coming. So suppose point will be very near. So you cannot decide the direction, right direction. So that is why 3 points are required. So 3 points will indicate the accurate plotting of graph, but sometimes we are managing 2 values also. Okay, for second equation the same value, then I will use the different color. This is the second value, same value 3 and 2, and 4 and minus 4 and 0. So value of x is 4 and y is 0. So the point equation will go in this direction. What we are finding? We are finding the point of intersection. If we are drawing the graph as perpendicular perpendicular on x-axis and y-axis. So we'll find, what we'll find? The x-axis it will meet at 3 and on y-axis it will meet on 2. So the solution x is equal to 3 and y equal to the solution. In this manner, you can find the solution of linear equations in two variables by graphical method. So here you can see the graphical method. I have drawn the same graph. Sometimes the question is asking shade the triangle by shade the triangle formed by these line and y-axis. See and try to understand the question clearly. Sometimes they are telling and shade the triangle formed by these lines and y-axis. So I found here y-axis. This is the y-axis and these two lines. So this pink triangle is the triangle formed by these lines and y-axis, and this yellow triangle indicating the triangle formed by these line and x-axis. It should be remembered, this yellow triangle between the lines and x-axis and this pink triangle between the lines and y-axis. So students, I took one more question based on graphical method. The question is 4x plus 3y is equals to 5 and second equation is 2y minus x is equal to 7. So here I'll use first equation from equation 1. The equation is 4x plus 3y equal to 5. So I'm keeping this 3y here only and I'm sending this 4x to right hand side. So I'll get the value of y is equals to 5 minus 4 upon 4x minus 5 minus 4x upon 3. So dear student, this time I'll give you how to write and how to tabulate the value directly. I'll give you here. You know, I think you are knowing and how I think you understood how to calculate the value in fast speed. So suppose I am taking first value as minus 1. So think about this minus 1 and try to keep in your mind 4 into minus 1 plus 4. Plus 4, that means 5 plus 4, what would come? 9. 9 by 3. So 3. I hope you understood how to calculate the value directly. So I have calculated directly. Now second thing, I am keeping x is equal to 2. 4 to 8. Minus 8 plus 5. So what would come? Minus 3. So minus 3 divided by 3. So it will be minus 1. Next thing, I am taking minus 4. So 4 4 is 16. 16 plus 5 21. So this will be 7. I hope you understood this value. As I spoke from the beginning, that means we have to calculate the values for y by keeping the value of x for both the equations. So I took the second equation, 2y minus x is equals to 7. So it is simple presentation and simple value. So 7 plus x upon 2. I'll try to keep the same values which was taken by us. So I'm writing the tabulation of the values. So tabulation of the values says, here we found x and y. I took in previous equation the value of x is minus 1. So if we'll take here 7 minus 1 6. 6 divided by 2, what would come? 3 will come. Okay. If we'll take 2, so 2 is not applicable. So I am not taking 2 here because applicable in the sense the value of y will be in decimal. So I am avoiding the decimal values. So I am taking the value of x is 1 only, simple 1. So 1 will produce 1, 7 plus 1, 8 and divided by 2. So it will be 4. And next I am taking 3. So it will provide 5. So what I am finding? I am finding the equation 4x plus 3y equal to 5, providing the values tabulation, the value of value of y corresponding to x Here I found -1 3, 2 -1 and -4 7. Okay, and similarly for second equation, as just now we have written for second equation, what we have written for second, -x plus 2y equal to 7 was there. For second equation we found how many values we found? We found first pair, so I took same -1, so 3, and second I found the value of x, I took 1, so it was 4, and I found 3 5. So we'll plot the values. I'm taking the values. First pair was -1 and 3. See this -1 for first equation, -1 and 3, so this will be the point, -1 and 3. And second point was there 2 and -1, so this 2 and -1 will be over here. Okay, so I think I should write this 2 upside, so it is not erasable. So okay, no problem. I hope you are knowing this is 2 and -1. See this -1 and 2. And next is -4 and 7. So -4 and 7 will be upside. This -4. See, I hope you are seeing this -4 and 7 here. This -1 and 4. So you are finding these all 3 points are coming in straight line when you will draw with join with the help of ruler, that means scale. So you will find these 3 points are in a straight line. Second pair of values. So the first is -1 and 3 is common. So -1 and 3 is common for both the equations. And second 1 and 4. So this 1 and 4 will come over here. And next was 3 and 5. So this 3 and 5. This 3 and 5 will be here. See, these are also coming in a straight line. So you will join with the help of ruler or scale, we can say. So it will be in this manner. So this is the point of intersection. X is equals to what would come here? X is equals to -1. Here we are finding the point of intersection. X is equal to -1 and y equal to 3. This is the solution. I hope you understood well the graphical method. So I have written some questions and some important questions, so you can practice them nicely with the help of the explanation, and you can that means the video again and again, so you will learn nicely. I hope you understood well. So again, I want to take one question which is given by me in previous page. So you can see one question I have taken here. This question also I'll take directly with the short calculation, so it will be easy to you. So I'm writing first equation is written here. 5x minus y is equal to 7. This is our first equation. And second is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. This is our second equation. Okay, I'll use these equations and what they are I'm telling, calculate the area bounded by these line and y-axis. As I describe you the area of triangle, this question will discuss. So dear students, I'm taking first equation x, 5x minus y is equal to 7. So from first equation, I'm writing here from equation 1. Okay, so as I explained you, this term of y is negative, so I'm sending the y term that side, I'm bringing the 7 this side. So this is y equal to 5x minus 7. Okay, now we'll tabulate the values directly by putting the appropriate values of x. We'll get the values of y. So here I'm taking x is equals to 1. See, 5 into 1, so 5 minus 7, it will be minus 2. I'm taking 2, so 2 5 is 10, 10 minus 7 3, and I'm taking 3, 3 5 is 15, so here 8 will be there. So now directly we found 5x minus y equal to 7, the pair of values. Dear students, we have found the values for y by putting the value of x for first equation. Now I'm finding the same values in the same manner for second equation. Second equation, as I took x minus y plus 1 equals to 0. So here I'm sending by that side. So you are seeing that y will come this side. So it will be in this form. X plus 1 is equal to y. So y equals to what would come? X plus 1. If you will take the value of x is 1, see here, if you are taking the value of x is 1, so you will get the value of y. See, y is equals to 1 plus 1, what would come? 2. Here you are finding this 2. Similarly, if you will take the value of x is 2, so y will be equals to 2 plus 1, this is 3. So here you are finding 3, and similarly, when we will keep x is equal to 3, we'll get y equal to. Okay. So I'm going to plot the values as you are finding. First value was 1. See here, you can see here very nicely 1, and we got minus 2. So this red dot is showing this is the value. Na? This red dot is showing 1 and minus 2. And second, I took 2 and 3. So this red dot is showing 2 and 3. See here, from here this is 3 and this is 2. And next value 3 and 8. See, this is 3 from x-axis, this is 3 from x-axis, and 8 from y-axis. So this is the 3 dot, red dot are in the same line. For the second equation, I got 1. When I put 1, so I got 2. So 1 and 2, this blue dot are indicating, these blue dot are indicating values for second equation. Similarly, 2 and 3, so same point is coming, 2 and 3, and 3 and 4. So we found these all. So when we'll join them, see, I'm going to join red dot by red line. So see, this red dot line will come in this manner. Okay, and blue dot by blue line. So this line will in this manner. Okay, so you will find the graph of this equation in this manner. So I'm showing how it would be visible. So see, it will be visible in this form. Okay, and next thing was there, we wanted to find out that means area of the triangle bounded by these two lines and y-axis. So as you are seeing here, I shaded this area. So area of triangle, I can keep this A and this B and this C. I hope you are knowing the area of triangle. Area of triangle says half base into height. So half the base of this triangle will be from this from this point to from this point. So we can have to count the number. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 units are there. So do not think that means this is the negative sign. Here we are talking about the units, so we will not take negative sign. We'll take how many units are there? 8 units. Base is 8 unit and height from this point. So this is a perpendicular, because we are finding the that means base on y-axis, so perpendicular will be on y-axis. So here we'll count 1 and 2. You can see from here 1 and 2. So height will be 2. Okay. Then we can cancel this 2 by 2. So area will be 8 square unit. I hope you understood well. So I'm going ahead. So I have given some questions for you. You can see the question from here and you can practice them nicely. If you are facing the problem related to all these questions, write your doubt in your comment section. So I'll see them and I'll try to solve your problem. So I'm taking one more question as I have written, solve the following linear equation graphically. So I took two equations, 4x minus 5y minus 20 equal to 0 and 3x plus 5y minus 15 equal to 0. And one more thing I have written here, find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these line and y-axis. Okay, here again I I have taken y-axis. In the question, x-axis could be there, okay? X-axis also be there in some questions, but here I took y. Okay, so you can see I have drawn the graph because I have already explained to you how to draw the graph and how to find out the values. So for this question, I have drawn the graph directly. Here we'll emphasize on the question. That means we want to find out the point where these lines meet the y-axis. So what we are finding, this line is meeting at the y-axis at the point 0, 3, and this point is 0, -4. One simple way I'll tell you how to find out these values. Simple way, if someone is asking, okay, find the point where these lines are meeting at x-axis or y-axis. So I'll give you direct method without drawing the graph. So suppose this line is there. Now which line is 3x plus 5y minus 15 equal to 0. And I want to find out the point where this line will meet at y-axis. So what we are knowing at y-axis, what would come? At y-axis, x will be 0. So you have to keep this whole term 0. Which whole term? This whole term. So what we are finding, 5y minus 15 equal to 0. So y equal to 3, as you are finding. See, 0, 3, this point indicating. Similarly for this, you can keep the value of x directly 0. And after keeping the value of x, you will find directly the point where this line meets on y-axis. If you want to find out the line, and that means this line will intersect or this line will meet on x-axis, so what you have to do, you have to keep the value of y equal to. So in this manner, you can find the point of intersection with the axis. And I have already described how to find out the area of this triangle. I think you will do it. So, dear students, I took one more question of the same type. Here I am taking this, solve this system of linear equations graphically and find the point where these lines meet the y-axis. As I explained earlier, in same manner you will do this question. I have written the solution step by step. You are seeing this is the first equation and this is the second equation. From first equation, I took 4x plus 2y minus 12 equals to 0. I am sending this 12 and 4x to right hand side. So the equation will be in this form, 2y equals to 12 minus 4x. We are finding and we are observing this 12 is divisible by 2 and this 4 is also divisible by 2. So I took 2 common and I divided 2 6 at 12 and 2 2 are 4. This is the simple equation. If I will keep x is equal to 1, I'll get y equal to 4. Similarly, if I'll take x is equal to 2, I'll get y equals to 2. And if I'll take x is equal to 3, y equal to 0. I tabulated the values. I tabulated all the values which were calculated by me. So here I'm writing all the values. I took 1, 2, 3 for x. Corresponding values for these: 4 for 1, 2 for 2 and 0 for 3, as you observe. Similarly, for second equation I'm taking the value in this manner. I'm sending by that side, so it will be 2x plus 2. So y will be equals to 2x plus 2. If I will take x is equal to 1, I'll get y equals to 4. I explained earlier in previous questions in detail. So here I'm writing directly, so it will be somewhat practice for you. If I'll take 2, x is equals to 2, I'll get y equals to 6. If I'll take x is equals to minus 1, then y will be 0. So again I tabulated the values for equation 1 and values for equation number 2. I'll plot them over the graph and I'll find out the structure or shape of the graph. So see, here I tabulated them and I hope you are seeing. Again we are coming at the place, the point where this line meet on the y-axis. So it is 0 and 6. As I explained you earlier, if we want to find out directly without plotting the graph, so what we have to do, see again I'm telling you, if you want to find out this line will intersect y-axis, so what would come, this whole term will be 0, whole term of x, because x equal to 0, so something into 0, 0, and 2y is equal to 12, so y equal to 6, so what we are finding, 0, 6, as you are seeing here, 0, 6. Similarly, if you want to find out for this equation, I'll give for this equation also, so this whole term again 0, term of x, then y, and plus 2 equal to 0, so we'll send y that side, so y equal to 2, so here you are finding 0, 2, this is the point, I hope you are finding, and this point is already given, so this is the solution of this equation. Solution of this equation is x is equal to 1 and y equals to, this is the unique solution, they are intersecting once. Okay, one thing I want to tell you, only in case of unique solution we find exact answer, but in case of no solution we cannot find any answer. In case of infinitely many solution we found the answer, but they are infinite many solutions, so we got coincident. Okay, so I hope you understood well about the graphical method, so I am concluding this video. So in next video we'll discuss about the algebraic method. Dear student, till then take care and keep learning and keep watching. Thanks for